Oh my gosh, it gets deeper and deeper.
For the past couple years, I have been seeing Ariel Riders here in Chicago, and I have been wanting to get my hands on one for review. So when I saw that they were coming out with this brand new 60-volt X-Class Performance Edition, I knew I just had to buy it, so I did it immediately. And today, I'm going to show you everything you need to know about it, so let's get into it. When you get your Ariel Rider, it's going to come to you as a Class 2 e-bike, which means you can reach up to 20 miles an hour via your half-twist throttle here on your right-hand side, your cadence sensor down below, and your 5 levels of pedal assist. It is possible to take this bike out of Class 2 into higher speeds. You'll need a third-party app for that. Don't worry, we'll go over it here in a second. But once you do that, well, I've done it, and we're going to find out how fast this bike can go today. The X-Class Performance Edition weighs 116 pounds and has a maximum payload capacity of 320 pounds. And during the making of this video, you can purchase the Performance Edition for $27.99, and it comes with a 1-year warranty. Ariel Rider says that the average rider height starts at 5'5" and goes to 6'3", and it only comes in this one color right here, which is black. They also say that this X-Class Performance Edition can go between 85 to 105 miles on a single battery charge. The Performance Edition comes with a 60-volt, 750-watt sustained rear hub motor. But if we unlock it, we can take it up to 3,000 watts, and it has 132 Newton meters of torque. This bike comes as a single speed, and it has a relatively small chainring. For stopping power, it comes with 4-piston hydraulic brakes and these super thick 203mm rotors. The front wheel comes with a through axle, and the front forks are dual crown. They're inverted, so all of the action handles at the bottom. It's 100mm of travel. You can't preload them, but you can adjust the compression. You have this fast ace rear shock. It has 80mm of travel. You can adjust the rebound and the stiffness. Take a look at the tires on this bike. They're by Innova, and the front tire is 20 by 4.5 inches wide, and it has a really nice tread on it. And they put an even wider 20 by 5-inch tire on the back. Let's talk about the batteries. This is a dual battery bike. Right here are both of them. Now, your first one is a 60-volt, 20 amp hours with 1,200 watt hours of power. You can charge this one up with a charging port over here on the side. You can also remove it and charge it somewhere else. Now, it is going to come with a 3 amp hour charger, which means you can charge this bike up in about 6 to 7 hours. Your second battery is here on the tank. It is a 60-volt, 15 amp hours with 900 watt hours of power, giving you a total 2,100 watt hours of power. If you want to remove the batteries, well, it will come with 2 sets of keys, 2 for each battery. I just take one off and put it on a keychain together. It just makes it a lot easier. So you're going to take your thicker key, you're going to put it in the slot, you're going to turn it back. Your battery pops out just a little bit. You want to make sure your tire is straight so your battery doesn't hit this front fender. There's a tab right there. You're going to push it in and it releases the battery. Oh gosh, this thing is heavy. There is a carrying handle for it, which is a good thing. So that's right there. And then on the back, where is it? There we go. This is your battery indicator, and it shows you how much power is in it. Sorry, guys, I'm just fumbling around with this thing because it's big. Okay, let's put it back in. Woo! Pull your key out, and now we'll move to the next one. Your top battery is going to be easier to remove. You just put your key in there, you turn it forward, and then just push the battery back upon itself. Now you can just pick it up and take it anywhere. It also has a battery indicator right there to show you how much power you have. And then whenever you put it back on, doesn't matter. You can have your key out or not. Line it up and hear it click, and you're good to go. This battery also has a separate power button and charging port. The X-Class Performance Edition has a UL rating of 2849 and an IP65 rating, which means it can handle water splashing from any direction. Additional features include a plastic motorbike fender on the front, a 3/4 fender on the rear, aluminum pedals, a double chain ring guard, a really nice, long, super thick seat. It's wider here towards the back and then gets skinnier. Mounting points for a bottle cage or, like me, a foldy lock. Front fork protectors. This very unique looking front plate and these arched handlebars. Let's look at the size and fit. Now, this bike itself is relatively short. It is 70.7 inches, but the riding height, This seat from the ground hits 34 inches right here. Now I'm 5'9", I have a 32-inch inseam, and that is how I'm fitting on the bike. I'm also 225 pounds, and let's see how this suspension is going to work today. Yeah, I think it's going to be fine. Cockpit Operations. On your left-hand side, it has a double locking grip. It has a nice leather cover on it and a palm rest. Now, I do have a mirror on mine, but it will not come with one. This is your front brake lever. This is your lighting console. And this is your controller. Before you can turn your bike on, you have to push in the power button. If you want the second battery to work, you have to push in that power button as well. You don't have to have this battery on to operate the bike, but if I turn this off and turn this on, it won't power up the bike. So you at least have to turn this one on to get the bike to start. This operates a couple different ways. I have both of the batteries on, but if I turn the main button off, it shuts this battery off as well. If I want to run the bike with just this battery, well, you can't do it. You have to turn this one on to make it work. Now that our battery is on, hold down your power button until your display lights up. This is your display. As you can see, it is full color. Now it is flashing, but that's my camera and not the display itself. Up here, you see your battery indicator right here. These are going to show you how much battery, power, pedal assist levels you're in. This will show you your speed and what pedal assist level you're in. Well, down here, we can get various information. To get other information, you're just gonna push the power button here real quick. It's gonna give you your max speed and your average speed, and then it'll also tell us what our trip is once we put some miles on this bike. If you don't touch it, it goes back to its normal display. Now to go up in pedal assist levels, you're gonna hit your plus button. As you can see, it is going up there on the right. You have your 5 levels of pedal assist. The minus button takes it all the way down to 0. There is also a little guy down here that looks like it's a dual motor bike, but it's not, so just don't pay any attention to that. If you want to control your lights and horn and all of that, well, it's on this cluster right here. Pushing this in turns your headlight on. Once you have your headlight on, you can do bright or dim. You can hit that again to turn your headlight off. This bike also has turn signals, front and rear, and it also comes with a horn. Whenever the bike is turned on, you get this really cool daytime running light. And then when you hit your headlight, well, there you go. It does have a low beam, which is on right now, and that is your high beam. When it comes to the turn signals, this bike has front turn signals, and I like the fact that they are very bright. Whenever your headlight is turned on, the indicator pops up right there, and so does an indicator for your turn signals. This is your tail light, and that's what it looks like when you hit your brake lights. These are your rear turn signals, and when your headlight is off, your turn signals are still viewable, and so is your brake light. On your right-hand side, you have your front brake lever, your half-twist throttle, and I ended up adding a bell because that horn is awfully loud. To hop into the advanced settings, you're just going to hit your power button twice quickly. Pedal Assist 1 allows you to bounce between miles and kilometers. Pedal Assist 2 allows you to set up various pedal assist levels. If you want to look at that, we're just going to hit the power button again. You have a 0 to 5, a 1 to 5. You can go up to 9 different levels of pedal assist, and 3. We're going to set it to its standard, what it was set up for, which is 0 to 5. Just hit your power button to make the changes. P3 is diameter size of your tires. P4 is your speed limit setting. There's no need to pop in there because you cannot change it from 20 miles an hour via the display. If you want a password, you can set it up in P5, and you can make changes to the password in P6. P7 gives you automatic shutdown, so you can set it how long you want it to. If you have it on 0, which I have, it will not shut down at all until you turn the bike off. P8, that's where you can reset your trip mileage. You hit the power button. It takes you to yes or no. You click on yes. When you hit it, it resets it. I did it before we did this part of the review. Let's bounce over here to BT. That stands for Bluetooth. You're definitely going to want to turn this on to access the higher speed limit. From here, we're just going to go back to the main menu. Let's unlock this bike to its full potential. Now, first, we have to turn the bike on, and this is why we have to have our Bluetooth also turned on. Once the display lights up, we're going to go to and download this Bike Go Plus app. When you do that, you're going to connect via Bluetooth to the bike. Once you set that up, it's going to search for it. Since I've already done it, I just have to hit this button, and that's going to search for it. And now we are connected to the bike. And in here, you can get all kinds of information, but we want to go over here to this section right here. Right here is where you can change the speed limit. I put this one up to 62 miles an hour. I don't know why. You can actually go higher than that. We can go to 99. Save it. And now your bike is unlocked to all kinds of speeds. You can also do a couple of different things here, but that's all I wanted to do with this app. And now let's take this bike out for a road test. We are starting this road trip on the 606 trail here in Chicago. Right now we are riding this bike in pedal assist 0. These tires feel heavy. All of this feels heavy. Is it doable? Yes. 10 miles an hour is what we're doing. Yes, it's doable. Do you want to do it? No, absolutely not. We do not. So let's go ahead and put it into pedal assist 1 and see how that feels. Oh, see, immediately that felt better. Now this is definitely one of those bikes that you are not going to pedal around the city. This bike is definitely a moped style e-bike, and all you're going to want to do is throttle it around, and that's what we're going to be doing today during this review. It's going to be mostly throttle. Before we start tracking all of the speeds and stuff, let's go ahead and see how we are on the display versus the speedometer for the GPS. And right now it's showing we're doing 21 miles an hour. This is showing we're doing, well, this shows 20, this one shows 19. I mean, they look pretty close because that's a high 19, so it might be relatively close. One of the issues I see right now, though, is I can barely see this screen, and it is overcast. It's not even full sun, and I'm having a hard time seeing it. So I don't even know if you guys can see it on the screen. This is one of those kind of bikes that I need to take down to Lakeshore Trail or Lakefront Trail to do this testing. This thing's way too fast for the 606. Now, what I can tell you is that your throttle is not dictated to your pedal assist level. So whether you're in 1 or 5, this throttle is going to take off, and it takes off quick. We're already at 24 miles an hour, 26, 27. Well, we know she stops. Whew, we are going to be bobbing and weaving today. Whenever I hit the brakes, I hear this. Sounds like a muted rattlesnake. When you get these faster bikes, it does give you a little bit more freedom because I'm riding here in the middle of the road, and I'm not concerned about how fast traffic would be because I know I can keep up with them. Even though I don't know the top speed, this bike picks up really quick, and I know it's going to do over 30 miles an hour. But being able to take it on the streets and then take it out on the bike trails, I mean, that's a nice feature. Now, I know this bike has these serious street tires on them, but let's go ahead and see how it handles off-road. And it feels pretty smooth, although something's making noise up there. I'm not sure what that is. Is it my battery? Oh, it might be my battery. That's the only thing I can think of, but the one in the frame, not the one in on the top here. Yeah, I feel it. I mean, the bike is comfortable as we're doing this off-road stuff. So we'll just have to figure out a way to quiet up the battery, which is easily done. I've done that with some other bikes. Just put some felt in there, some weather stripping or something, and that takes care of it. Yep, that's where the noise is coming from. Easy fix. All right, guys, it is time for the sand test. Well, I don't have any gears to put this thing in, so we'll put it into pedal assist number 5, and we're going to give it throttle, see how this bike performs in the sand. I'm not really sure about these tires. I know that we're going to have enough power to do it, and yeah, we're just powering right through. There we go. I wasn't sure about the tires, but they're doing just fine. I mean, we are just moving right through it. No problem at all. Whew. It gets a little slippery for the turn. Oh, there we go. There we go. Now, this motor doesn't sound happy, but we're moving right through. Even the thicker stuff right here. Oh, there we go. Super thick right there. Yeah. Nice bubble to make it over. Oh, yes, sir. So if you guys are wondering if this bike can make it to the beach, oh, it can. And it can also make it through it. It is 88 degrees. We got a nice wind going. This is the beautiful Chicago skyline. Over there is Lake Michigan. And man, today is a great day to ride.
I always like to show people the skyline of a beautiful city. Welcome to Drag Race Alley. Now, we're not going to do top speed here because there's too many people, but we will do 0 to 35. I'm going to use this app to tell me when we hit 20 miles an hour and when we hit 35. I can barely see the screen, so it's just going to be easier this way. Ready? 3, 2, 1, go. This bike is pretty snappy. There we go. We've already hit 20, and it says we've already hit 35, but it's just now showing 35 miles an hour. Not sure how much faith I have in that. We're 37, 38, 39. This bike will go over 40 miles an hour, and it does it smoothly. Not a fan on how this battery's rattling. We'd have gone down the stairs if we wasn't doing the clankety clank. I don't think it would pop out, but I'm not gonna risk it. So for the headlight, this is your daytime running light. We're gonna take a look how that looks, and then let's see if I can hit the headlight button. There we go. Hit the headlight button. That's our low beam, and that's our high beam. Let's take a look at our tail lights. There's our turn signals right there. Headlights on, tail light, and let's hit the brake. There we go. I have a feeling you guys can see those pretty well. Check out that skyline behind me. Yes, sir. Love my city. This is the seating position that we're rocking with today. You can like clamp your knees to the tank if you want to feel a little bit more secure. I mean, I feel just fine. I've been sitting back. You can also lean a little bit into it, sit back on the seat. Oh, my arms aren't long enough for that, my little T-Rex arms. So this is a comfortable position for me right here. And this is how high my knees go up when I'm riding it. So it's not even that bad. This is one of those moped style bikes that I can actually pedal. I'm like, tell me it's not them again.
Yeah, God, you're stalking us, aren't you?
Yeah, at this point, I'm following you all the way back.
How was your ride?
Welcome to the Hill of Doom. This hill goes from 0% all the way up to a 31% grade, and only bikes with 100 Newton meters or more are able to make it up the hill. So this is how we're gonna test to see if this really does have that kind of power. We're gonna try to do it throttle only first, so let's go. We have a good takeoff. Yeah, oh, this is gonna be just fine. We're picking up speed. We're at 13 miles an hour. Oh, nice. That was like effortless. Not much effort at all for that. Are you guys kidding me? I love it. Let's see if we can pedal up though. All right, let's put it into pedal assist number 5 and see if we can pedal up. Let's go. Oh gosh. It doesn't even want to take off from here. We're gonna have to give it a little throttle. Little throttle to get it going. There we go. Now I feel the pedal assist kick in. Oh yeah. It's gonna be just as easy going up this as it was using throttle. That was no effort at all on my part. That is good. The Ariel Rider has survived the Hill of Doom. I had a really good feeling that this bike would have no issues making it up that hill, especially after we had gone through the sand. And I was correct. It is time for the brake test. And we're gonna do it in 3 different speeds. Number 1, we're gonna do it 20 miles an hour, just in case you leave this bike in class 2 mode. And then we're gonna do it at 30 and then again at 40. Okay, so we stopped right at 25 feet. So that tells me we're gonna be stopping a lot farther as we go faster. Okay, round 2, we're gonna do this at 30 miles an hour just in case you are riding in traffic. Oh, it was in control, but man, was it screaming. And once again, another 25 feet, so that puts us at 50 feet for 30 miles an hour. Round 3, full speed. Let's see what happens. $38 miles an hour, and we went another 25 feet. That is 75 feet. You know, when it comes to these heavy bikes, I mean, this one felt really good, felt really in control. I mean, there wasn't much, it didn't swing back and forth or anything. It stopped really well. But we do have a big tire on the front and big one on the back. And then we have the 4 piston brakes with the 203 millimeter rotors. I mean, although it stopped in a long period, in a long time, I don't know how many heavy bikes going that fast is going to stop any quicker. So just keep that in mind. The slower you go, the easier it is to stop. You guys can see these marks. Look at that long one going all the way down. Man, this job is fun. Let's go ahead and check out the pedal assist levels. I mean, I've already shown that the throttle is not dictated to your pedal assist levels at all. But if we are just pedaling here, in pedal assist number 1, we're doing 13 miles an hour, getting passed by divvy bikes. Okay, let's go to pedal assist number 2. Pedal assist 2 will have you comfortably moving at 21 miles an hour. Let's go for 3. Pedal assist 3, you're doing 26 miles an hour. Pedal assist number 4 has us moving at 32 miles an hour. Let's go for 5. Pedal assist number 5, we've hit 39 miles an hour. Can we hit 40? 41. Let's see if we can go any faster using throttle. I just hit throttle full speed. 40 is going to be our top speed. I mean, I think we hit 41 or 42, but you can't hold it. Whew. I do not like going that fast. Well, I do, but not on a trail that curves. Yeah, this bike isn't bad to pedal at all. What a beautiful day. Just to give you guys an idea on how far we are from downtown Chicago. Look at that view. Having a bike with dual batteries, especially the size these are, you definitely don't have any like distance anxiety or anything like that. You can just ride all day. Not if you're doing what I'm doing, but you can ride all day and go a far distance. Shows our top speed, 40 miles an hour, average speed 17.9. And it shows that we've gone 43 miles on the bike, but some of that was already done. But then when you go back to the trip, it says we've gone 6.4, unless it reset whenever I turned the bike off. But I didn't think it was set up like that. Matter of fact, let's try that out, right? This is how we learn. Yeah, trip 6.5, I'm gonna turn the bike off. I just did it from the battery down below. Let's turn it back on, reboot back up. So your trip will reset every time the bike turns off, and that's happened a couple of times while, like, during the brake test and stuff like that, setting stuff up. So let's go ahead and see what Strava says. Strava says that we've gone 20.68 miles. I'm taking a look, and it looks like we've only dropped 1 bar off the battery. This is going to be another long distance bike for sure. Let's just start heading north. Let's see what we can come up with. I think one of the things that makes this bike so enjoyable is how comfortable it is. I'm going to take a look at the app, and I want to see if what it's showing our speed is set inside the app. I know I set it for 99, but that could be unrealistic and throw it off. I think I saw where somebody got 46 miles an hour on this thing. So let's go ahead and put 52. Save it. We're going to see if it makes any difference. I don't think it's going to. I mean, I'm here to try things out, right? Let's see what we can do. With these tires and how the tread is, you just know you can just lean into these turns and you'll be just fine. I really like the tires on this bike. Very little road noise, great traction, super wide. This thing handles like it's on rails. I like this display. I just wish I could see it better, right? It's so hard to see unless the sun is just right. It would be nice if this display either gave you a battery percentage or told you how many volts you had, because that would come in handy for sure to know how far you're going to go. Because right now you just have the battery bar and it shows that we're down to 3 bars. And what does that mean? Right? How far can I go? Well, I don't know. Yeah, I thought I was going to be doing this whole review throttle only, and we are going to go back to that. I mean, even though I'm changing my opinion on how this bike rides if you had to pedal it, because I can pedal this bike no problem. and it's pretty comfortable. I think a lot of it has to do with the seat. The seat is awesome. But we are going to go back to throttling this bike, because if not, I'm going to be riding this thing all day. Plus, we'll find out how far we can go by using throttle only, because that's what most riders are going to be doing. I mean, every time I saw somebody on an Ariel Rider, they weren't pedaling. Gosh, every time that battery rattles around, I feel it just sounds like it's going to come out. We will definitely fix that when we get home. I mean, I've checked it multiple times. It's not coming out, but it just makes you feel like it's gonna. Let's check out the walk feature on this bike. Now, it is in pedal assist number 2, so let's find out if it's gonna work in pedal assist, or do you have to have it in 0? So we have it in 2, and oh, yep, it does work in pedal assist. And oh, this is a nice speed. We're cruising about 1.5 miles an hour, but it's making it up this little hill, no problem. This area right here is where I can really tell the suspension. And although it sounded bad, it felt just fine. Pretty comfortable. Oh, hang on here. I just looked down. We only have 2 bars of battery left. Ooh, I'm not sure how far I can go, because this bike is no fun to ride without any power. That I do know. I feel like I could push it a little bit. I mean, we are working off of 2 batteries here. I can see where this would be a great commuter to get around town for sure. You know, you can cut into the bike lanes and do the bike lane stuff. You can pedal it because it's comfortable. You can pick up speed and stay with traffic. Yeah, this would be a great way to get around in the city, especially if you're an Ariel Rider fan. You know what? There's also something about this bike that just makes you feel cool. I really like the looks of it. You know, a bad part is I'm reviewing way too many bikes that I love and want to keep, because when am I going to have time for all of them? I can't come all the way out here and not hit this hill. So let's go. This is where we are going to end up turning around at some point. This hill goes up to an 18% grade, which is pretty decent grade as well. But this bike doesn't have any issue at all putting this together. And now we're here at the top of the hill. You know, let's head back. Since I don't really know how much power this bike has, we're gonna start to head back. There are probably a lot of bikes that I would not want to ride at night due to the lighting or something like that, where I would have to add a third-party lighting system on it. This is not that kind of bike. It has such a great headlight, and then you have the dual headlights. Your turn signals are very bright. You can see them very well. I mean, it's just, this is a good bike that you could ride in the daytime or night. Look, when it comes to the branding on a bike, I've never seen a bike with more branding on it. Here, let me show you what I'm talking about. Ariel Rider, Ariel Rider, Ariel Rider. There it is again. Oh, it's over here too. You got it on that side, on your front tire, on your brake, on the end of your handlebar. That is a lot of Ariel Rider. Like, if you were curious on what kind of bike, if somebody's curious on what kind of bike you're riding, they're gonna know. They're gonna figure it out real quick. So this is the first time I've owned a bike that has the name on it that many times. And I might be missing 1 or 2 somewhere. We'll find them down the road. We have just dropped to 1 bar. So yeah, we're definitely taking this bike home. But I should make it. I mean, I think we're still a good, maybe 8 miles away. We just keep it chill, we should be good. Right now we're cruising at 25 miles an hour. Ooh, yikes. Ho, 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 ho. Well, it looks a little flooded out, but I'm pretty sure we can make it through. Oh my gosh, it gets deeper and deeper. Ooh, we're backing up. My shoes are totally wet. I'm afraid it's going to get submerged. I thought we could make it. I was mistaken. Yowza, my shoes are drenched. How is all that water in there? Why are there not barricades? I got water all the way up. I was not going to submerge this motor. We were not playing that game. All right. Yowza. You know what? I'm cooled off though. because now my feet are drenched and it's a nice breeze, so it's cooled my feet off. See, some people are walking their bikes up over here, but their bikes aren't strong enough to not only go up on their own, but to pull the rider up with them. But this one is. You know what, let's go ahead and do the stair test. Oh, I'm kidding. Oh, we're not doing that. In the park, just cruising very slightly, being respectful to others. Let's cut across. Yeah, once I fix that battery and get her tightened up, or, you know, just some stuff in there to keep it from bouncing around, we're going to have all kinds of fun with this. And I say that as I'm already having all kinds of fun with this. Benefits of this bike. We are out here on the main road again, doing 25 miles an hour. We can keep up with traffic easily if we wanted to. I don't have the throttle pulled back all the way. The throttle is easily controlled. You can give it a little, or you can give it a lot, and it responds accordingly. Ooh, bunch of cool guys. Stay where you're at. I'll go around you. Shoo! You know, at least it's the kind of weather that my shoes will dry out quickly. All right, so here's the thing with this bike. When you use the Bike Go Plus app and you kick it into this higher speed limit, every time the bike shuts off, it'll go back down to the 20 mile an hour deal. And you'll have to go in and reset it to a higher speed. That's kind of how they designed it because of California. And but there is a way. There is a way to set it to where once you set that higher speed, it's set. Power-wise, we are definitely slowing down. I can feel it. Everything's still smooth though. But we just are not getting the same amount of power that we used to get. So, I mean, we've gone a long distance just to start feeling a decline. Actually, let's take a look and see how far we've gone. We've gone 39.8 miles and we're just now starting to feel the bike slow down. Now, considering I'm doing all of this throttle, well, that's pretty good. And normally we would be racing through town. And right now I've got the throttle pulled back. We're doing 23 miles an hour. The bike does coast really well though. I don't know, is it safe enough to take our hands off? Ooh, actually it is. The front end is nice and balanced. We have about 4 miles to go and I just hope this bike can do it. Here's a rough area right here. That suspension, I give it a thumbs up for sure. Here is why I ride bikes all the time, because this traffic, I mean, half the people are on their phones. You're in line forever. You get that one person where the light turns green, but they're down there checking out their TikTok or whatever, so they just sit there. And I love being able to just get to where I want to go without having to deal with all this traffic. Nice. With this front and rear turn signal, everybody can see me turning. We are back on the 606 trail. We are 3.3 miles from the house. And I mean, the bike still feels pretty good. We're cruising at 23 miles an hour, just no problems. I do like how this bike cruises at slower speeds and faster speeds, and it's all smooth. As the battery continues to drop, oh, we don't even have a battery bar anymore, do we? Okay, so we have a battery bar, and I think it's flashing. Yeah, you got to get awful close to see that. We are hurting. We are so close. I'm just gonna, you know what? Well, I don't want to push it, so we're just gonna coast back to the house, give it very little, and just kind of feather it. Oh, this thing is really going slow now. Come on, you can do it.
Now that we've made it home, well, I can give you my final thoughts. And let's talk about the mileage, because the trip meter doesn't keep track if your bike shuts off, and mine shut off a couple of times during the review. They always do, unless I can make it to where it doesn't shut off at all. But with this one, it resets every time the bike gets turned off. Now, when I take a look at Strava showed that we went a little bit over 44 miles, which I think is really, really good considering the abuse that I was putting this bike through. I really like this seat. It is so soft and plush. It's probably one of the nicer riding moped style e-bikes that I have reviewed. from the takeoff to just the overall throttle control and riding of this bike. It's extremely smooth. It makes you feel really nice. Really like the tires. The tires are excellent, and I dig the 5-inch tire on the back and the 4-inch, well, 4.5-inch one on the front. It just makes this bike feel like it's planted to the ground. Now, I would like a much better display on this bike. Well, the display's fine. I just need to be able to see it. It seems like it's awful dim, or it needs a different type of glass because it makes it really hard to view. I'll look, but I don't think there was any P settings that can make me brighten this display up. I don't know if that would even help. I think a lot of it has to do with the type of glass that is on here. So maybe in the second version of this bike, they'll do a different kind of display, or at least just change out the glass, and you'll be good to go. I would also like some more functionality for, because this bike is pretty expensive. I'd like some functionality inside here that would kind of like tell me the volts that I was having, something more than just that normal battery bar. I am a huge fan of the turn signals that are here on the front and on the back. They're very bright. They can be seen both ways. I also dig the daytime running light that is on the front of this thing. Like, they really took the time to make sure this bike would look cool. Plus, they also took an extra amount of time to make sure you're riding an Ariel Rider, because it says it on here like 20 times. Oh, I found another spot here on the display. So it's an Ariel Rider, in case you didn't know. Now you do. When it comes to the sand, this bike just powered right through it. I wasn't sure if these tires were going to be any good, but they were. And think about it. These are at full PSI. So this bike would do even better on the sand if they weren't. I just don't take the time to drop the air and then add it up during my reviews. I also don't think if somebody's like cruising around that they're going to do that themselves when they go out on the beach. But this bike handled it just fine. No problem. Also, when it came to the hill climb, we zipped right up that hill. We were doing like 13 miles an hour on the Hill of Doom that has a 31% grade. So this bike is definitely a hill climber. You'll hear some noise coming out of the rear motor, but it's not a lot. It's not even that big of a deal. At first, I thought it was silent, and then the wind would catch it a certain way, and I'm like, oh, okay, so the motor does make noise. Now, if you are interested in an Ariel Rider, I'm going to leave a link down in the description below. If I have a discount code, I'm going to put it down there as well. I do believe some of these are on pre-order. This was on pre-order when I purchased it, and so that might be the same thing for you guys. Now, this may not be the type of bike for you, but I hope at least you found my video informative or at least entertaining. And if so, well, maybe you can throw me a like or even subscribe. And if you enjoy watching my videos, well, YouTube is going to tell you about another one that I just did, and it's right there. So I want to thank you guys for making it to the end of the video. And until I see you again, enjoy the ride.